If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and share. Discovery of a time bomb that threatens the world and the entire planet. 100 volcanoes in Antarctica are close to exploding and threatening the world. Experts and specialists have entered a state of high alert after the discovery of a time bomb in Antarctica that could reshape the continent and significantly increase sea levels around the world, which poses a direct threat to planet Earth. A report published by the British newspaper Daily Mail said that a new study concluded that more than 100 volcanoes located under the surface of the West Antarctic ice sheet are on their way to erupting and are particularly vulnerable to collapse. Scientists warned that climate change is causing the ice sheet to melt, leading to increased volcanic activity that accelerates the melting of ice on the surface, creating a positive feedback loop. As the ice sheet melts, the amount of mass pressing on the surface decreases, creating a delightful effect in the interior of the Earth. This in turn allows magma chambers deep within the continent to expand, speeding up the processes that lead to the explosion by pressing on the walls of the chamber and releasing the gas trapped inside. When the volcanoes erupt, this leads to more melting on the surface and the process begins again. The researchers modeled this phenomenon using more than 4,000 advanced computer simulations and found that surface melting accelerates the process, the first stages of which begin within tens to hundreds of years. In one scenario the scientists came up with, the research team removed a 3,280-foot thick ice sheet over 300 years, which is considered moderate melting in West Antarctica, and found a significant increase in volcanic activity and the size of eruptions. Some chambers released enough heat to melt more than 3 million cubic feet of ice per year. The scientists found that increased eruptions from several volcanoes in the West Antarctic ice sheet would not directly harm human communities, as the continent is largely uninhabited, but they could cause indirect damage by accelerating sea level rise, threatening coastal communities. If the ice sheet collapsed completely, sea levels could rise by 190 feet. That would submerge entire coastal cities like New York, Tokyo, and Shanghai, making them uninhabitable, the study says. Fortunately, scientists believe that the apocalyptic scenario is still a long way off, with the latest estimates predicting a near-total collapse of the West Antarctic ice sheet by 2300, giving humanity 275 years to try to slow its decline. But because the models that produced that estimate did not take into account the feedback loop between melting and volcanic activity, the actual date of collapse could be much sooner, the researchers said, though more research is needed to determine whether that is the case. However, the new study suggests that volcanic activity beneath the ice sheet may play a bigger role in its decline than experts previously thought. Current sea level rise projections rely on scientists' ability to predict the stability of the West Antarctic ice sheet, which is roughly twice the size of Alaska, and is particularly vulnerable to collapse for a number of reasons. The researchers used a model to simulate how different drops in magma chamber pressure would affect the ice sheet's melting. They also explored how the loss of surface mass due to melting allows magma chambers to expand, reducing the pressure inside and ultimately changing the path of future eruptions.